Hello, welcome to Hitchhiking Stars YouTube channel. I am Fernanda Paiva and I'll be guiding you for this week's opportunities, astrological cosmic opportunities. What is the best that you can do with these energies that we're going to have from Friday, 27th of January to next Friday? So basically, we're on a build up of a full moon. It's not going to happen yet, and I'm not going to talk about the full moon yet in specific. There is a YouTube video actually, which I might link in the comments there for you to have a look at, because I'm doing a collab with the Witches of Instagram. So I don't know if you know that yet. As in the Witches of Instagram, they do this beautiful, beautiful work on Instagram, and they have a YouTube channel as well. It's called The Witches Circle, and I've given them a voice note already with some very detailed information about this full moon. If you can't wait and you want to have a listen to, I'll write in the comments. But in the meantime, we have to think in the present, right? So we have to think about what's happening now. Where are we going this week? What can we do this week before even the full moon, right? So as we're going to this like energy rise, we have to play according to what's there, get our surfing boards and use these cosmic energies in a productive, constructive, positive way that enables us to grow and to be our beautiful selves, right? This is how I use astrology. Constructive astrology is the name of my method. And if you're interested, check out all my socials and my website as well, fernandapaiva.co, which I'm actually working on, and I'm revamping it very, very much so now at the moment. And I'm very excited because I'm loving this new website that's be coming out next week. So I'm gonna take a ride with the stars, because next week is a great time for launching things, or to begin to think about launching things. Remember, from now, February, March, we're going to have this beautiful window of planets moving forward. Right time for you to launch things. Do you want to launch anything new? Do you want to put some new idea forward? Do you want to sign some contracts? Get things to happen? This is the time for you as well. Remembering that you always have to bring to your natal chart as well. Have a look at what your chart says, etc. Now, you might be thinking that I sound a bit weird. And I think I do, because I'm a little allergic today. I don't know what's happening. I'm having a little bit of a respiratory allergy. So here we are. Ooh, this is a little bit of a spoiler, really. Here we are, Friday. Oh, Thursday. Friday. So here are Friday, 27th of January. The chart of the moment. Now, one of the things that's happened, and this happens today, really, pretty much, like between last night and today, is Venus moving to Pisces. So we have this shift of Venus moving from Aquarius to Pisces. So from focusing on friends and groups and etc. to some the more like ethereal things. And Venus talks about our values, right? So what are we valuing in the moment, and what is the static of the moment? So what's pleasant, what's beautiful, what's valuable during that period of time? So Venus in Pisces will be talking about spirituality, beauty, ethereal, everything that's otherworldly is somehow valued. My nose is really itchy. Oh God. Okay, sorry. So let's continue. So we have this Venus moving into Pisces today. That's a lot being out there. I follow a lot of astrologers as well, and everyone's talking about, posting about that Venus shift into Pisces. Now, what's interesting though is that this weekend, although it's a weekend, this weekend could be very productive to all of us. You could use this energy very in a very practical way. It's a beautiful trine between Mercury and this Uranus in Taurus. So we got Mercury in Capricorn, Uranus in Taurus. Moon is also in Taurus, sort of focusing and giving this earthy theme as well, on top of that Venus in Pisces that we just talked about, and that Mercury trine Uranus, and with the moon activating as well over the weekend, it could be insights into new inventive ways of doing things, right? It could be insights, new way of thinking, a new way of communicating, something about our business, something about the value that we can offer people as well, because it's a Venus ruled sign with that moon north node and Uranus and Taurus as well. But it's a beautiful trine there. I mean, there's a square with the moon between the moon and the sun between the nodes, more specifically as well, tomorrow on Saturday. But I really feel that this is a kind of a putting some logs into the fire for us to grow, right? When we think about nodes, we think about growth. That's how I see. So some people like to talk about the South Node as past lives. I like to think about the South Node as comfort zone. Yeah, so it's all the comfort zones, all the habits that we've created around the sign that's in the South Node. In our charts is definitely going to be very much related to a comfort zone that we're too used to, and that we're not really growing so much if we stay in that place. So moving towards the North Node, bringing the skills of the South Node is what we want. Now, as a general transit like this, as a collective transit, with the sun square to the nodes like that, there is some kind of situation that's growth enhancing in general for all of us. And we might see that on the news, we might see that around us with our neighbors, with, outer kind of situations as well. Generational is a generational kind of aspect as well when we think about the nodes, and see where that's tied into your chart as well, which is also very important. But I'm really, really interested in this Mercury trine Uranus, and that being activated by that moon, and both earth signs, and then really very much connected with that sense of how can I be productive? Where can I place my energy? What sort of thinking, or even ideas? Mercury, even ideas around ways of doing things, ways of, again, offering value. I'm very obsessed about the whole working place now, because I'm redoing my website and I'm redesigning my offers and everything. But it's a great time for getting things done. And it's a weekend, so it's a weekend where you can have ideas, or even just have these insights and then apply them on Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, moon is still in Taurus. This is trine to Pluto, but we still have that Mercury, Uranus very much exact on Sunday. So watch it, pay attention to your thoughts, to your dreams as well, without Venus in Pisces ruling that Uranus. Get your little notebook out, jot down some thoughts, some new things that might come up to you, etc. This could be very productive and fruitful. I like to think about fruitful when we think about Taurus as well, especially being ruled by that Venus in Pisces. Fruitful dreams that can bring fruits, right? And we move on to Monday. Monday is an interesting couple of days as well, Monday and Tuesday, because we can apply those ideas. We can actually voice them out. The ideas that we have on the weekend, the things that we actually do on the weekend in practice with the earthy signs, because Mars and the sun are in this beautiful trine orbit. And we got these two sort of yang principles in harmony, right? It's like our desire to be somewhere, our desire to be something is in harmony with action taking. So that's a window there. That's a window of opportunity there for taking action with that Sun, Mars in air signs. And it could be voicing out, because is a Mars in Gemini, is a moon in Gemini as well. So it could be like putting something out, voicing it up, making it visible as well. So the moon will come and conjoin that Mars and that sun as well, trine that sun. So it's kind of movement, right? From the new moon, we got the square and we got the trine, as in like removal of obstacles from the intentions that we created during the new moon, towards applying them somewhere, towards putting them somewhere. Remember, the last new moon was in Aquarius, 1 degree Aquarius, if I'm not wrong, not too far from Pluto. And we talked about the new moon some of the videos in this playlist. So have a look if you want to refresh your memory about what this lunar cycle is about for you. And then you can take action with this moon, Mars, sun in Aquarius as well. So an interesting couple of days. There you go. The moon there still orb with that trine and the conjunction with Mars, and that's the 31st on Tuesday. So this is a very cool aspect as well, I think, for this week. And honestly, I think other than that is a kind of a preparation for the full moon. So this is a kind of an energy rising and rising towards that combination, which is the full moon. So make the most of it if you can. Get things done, launch things, put things forward, make decisions, etc. Like this week is brilliant for all of that. I'm gonna go all the way to Friday just to see what we have. We have a beautiful trine between the moon and Venus and the South Node. This is a grand trine on the 2nd of February, Thursday. So this week's Thursday, that's beautiful, healing, forgiving. If there's someone that you've been waiting to forgive that you're not managing to forgive, well, this is the day. If you can, focus on, meditate on forgiving that person, letting go of something, leaving something behind. Venus is very powerful at 8 degrees Pisces, as well as the moon at 9 degrees Cancer is in its own sign. It's very powerful. And that South Node in Scorpio does talk about the shadow of Scorpio, right? Holding grudges, holding emotions, fixed water is like that sort of, pond that's, the water is getting a bit smelly, and this, your flower vase has got that water inside and needs to be changed, right? Because if it's in there for too long, it stinks and it gets, all of that bacteria and all of that. So that's the shadow of Scorpio. So that grand trine can be a wonderful day for doing anything to do with letting go, moving on, forgiving, concentrating on beauty, dedicating yourself to loved ones as well, things like that. I think that's a beautiful day for that. Spending a nice day with loved ones, doing something for somebody else, all of this really, I think, is a beautiful day for it. And then we come to Friday, and then Friday we still have that moon in Cancer. It's coming to oppose that Pluto, so it could be a day of like intense emotions there, some kind of intensity reflected back to us. But more importantly, that's 2 days before the full moon, so that intense emotion can be actually the build up of full moon as well. So beware. Don't do anything without grand trine in water that you don't truly feel like doing, because when we do things, when we sacrifice ourselves for people, we feel resentful. So pay attention to that, keep an eye on that. But overall, this is a wonderful week of moving things, of moving ahead, of continuing with our projects, of setting the motion, and a lot can be done, really, and getting prepared for that combination of that beautiful full moon in Leo. And Leo is all about creativity, right? It's all about personal authorship, showing yourself, putting your name, putting your mark, so this is an interesting full moon for creativity. We'll talk a lot about that on the next video next Friday, but just know that this week, get your surfing board and use these astrological aspects, because you can move a lot. You can move forward with it a lot. You can accomplish a lot in a kind of a removal of obstacles sort of way with that, trine with the moon and the sun. And that trend between Mercury and Uranus, identifying what your course of action should be and how to do it is in a structured way, right? Mercury and Capricorn. So this is it. This is my little tip for this week. Seems to be a wonderful week, this one that we have ahead of us. I'm wishing you all a wonderful week, but a wonderful weekend as well. And let me know in the comments how you're feeling, what's been going on for you, and what kind of transits you're having as well, and all of that stuff. I'm very interested. I'd love to hear from you. I love to know who are listening to this and what you're thinking about all of this, and what would you like to discuss as well. I'm very mercurial. I love dialogues and I love to have conversations. So yeah, apologies for the allergy again, but for some reason. And I'll be seeing you all next Friday. So take care.